Hello readers, hello learners. Welcome back to the Happy Place to Grow, where you're working with me, Mrs. Davis, and we are building, growing all things reading. In these lessons that we're working through, we are building our knowledge of hearing sounds in spoken words. And that sounds really simple, but as you're developing your reading skills, it is the foundational step that you must take in order to excel your reading skills when you get to printed words. So these activities are really essential for beginning readers, or if you are already reading at school, or even an adult who is struggling as you see a word, how to break it down, how to read it effectively, efficiently. These lessons will strengthen you, will help your abilities to be able to attack and read printed words effectively. We are working through lesson 9, week 9 together, and we are actually finally headed for Friday. Thanks for joining me on this final day of lesson week 9. We had a little pause. I did lessons 1 and 2, day 1 and day 2, then had a little pause. Now we've got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So let's get started. All you need is to find a cozy spot, get your listening ears ready, and we are on to our first activity, rhyming. In this activity, we're thinking about if two words rhyme. Words that rhyme have the same middle. I like to touch my belly, middle, and then ending, I'm touching my feet. The beginning is different. So if we have the same vowel or middle sound and ending sound, the words rhyme, which helps us think about words that flow. If we see one word and it is like cat, and then we see it in another section of a book, we see rat, we know they rhyme, and that helps us read with a flow. So in this activity, I'll say two words, you repeat them, and if they rhyme, thumbs up. If they don't rhyme, thumbs down. Let's go. Get that thumb ready. Keep deep. You say it. Keep deep. Rhyme? No rhyme. Yes, they do rhyme. They say eep. Let's go to number 2. Fin, win. Yes, fin and win rhyme, but why? They both say in. Middle, I, ending, n. You gotta rhyme. Mud, jog. Mud, jog. Definitely not two words that rhyme. But why? Yeah, mud says ud. Jog says og. The middle or the end, neither one are the same. No rhyme. Let's keep moving. Gem, tub. Repeat it. Gem, tub. Rhyme? No rhyme. If you said, no way, Mrs. Davis, you are correct. But why? Yeah, gem says m, and tub says b. Not the same middle sound. The ending sound is not the same either, so not going to happen. Last pair to think about and listen. Cat, hat. You say it. Rhyme? Definitely. And I know you know why, because they both say a in the middle and t, at. Excellent job. We're off to a great start. Let's think about words. Words have letters. letters have sounds. And we're thinking about, as we're hearing a whole word, what's the very first sound we hear? We're going to identify that. So I'll say a word and you repeat it. And then we'll decide what the beginning sound is. You say it at home and I'll confirm it. Are you ready? I was looking down at my list. We've got some good ones. Here we go. Soon. Now you say soon. What do you hear at the very start of soon? S is correct. Next word, sit. What do you hear? Yeah, s for sit. So soon and sit both start with the same beginning sound. Let's go to number 3. June. June. You say it. What's the beginning sound? The very initial sound, the first sound. J. J. Right. But sit and soon and June don't start the same way, do they? Let's go to the next one. Jake. Jake. Beginning sound is J. So June and Jake start the same way. Soon and sit start the same way. Good. Figuring that out. Final one. Sip. You say it. Sip. Beginning sound is S. So think about the words we had. Soon, sit, June, Jake, and then we had finally sip. Which words started with a S? Soon, sit, and then finally sip. Those all have the same beginning sound. But Jake and June all started with a J. I'm glad you could tell the difference. Okay, next activity, we're going to be blending syllables. So words, each word might have sounds with letters, but then some words have what we call syllables or chunks of sound. And so what we're going to be doing is blending those sounds. So we will be having a syllable, and then we're going to blend it together to form a whole word. So I'll do a syllable, the second syllable, and then we'll blend and then you can do it, repeat, and then we'll blend together. I like working with you. You're so sharp and on the ball, and it keeps me focused. And I know it keeps you focused. Here we go. Syllable blending is our activity. Candle. Now you do it. So we had candle. Let's blend. Candle. You know what a candle is. Let's do another one. Hamster. You do it. Let's blend it. Hamster. Good job. Pumpkin. Now you do it. So pumpkin, blend, pumpkin. 2 more. Kindness. You do it. Let's put kindness together. Kindness. We all could use a lot of that, right? And then, final one, paper. You do it. Let's put pay and per together, 2 syllables, blend. Paper. Excellent job blending those syllables. Remember, these activities, we're hearing spoken words, we're blending, taking apart, we're really thinking about those sounds. This is going to help us when we get to those printed words or if we're struggling, so don't give up. Final sound activity is next. So we're thinking about words. Words have letters, letters have sound. We're going all the way to the end to identify the ending sound. I'll say the word, you repeat. At home, tell me the last sound you hear. I'll confirm. Down. You say it. What's the final sound in down? Right. Froze. You repeat it. Froze. The last sound you hear in froze. Z. Sheep. Repeat. Sheep. What's the last sound? The very final sound is P. Good. You're off to a great start with this activity. 2 more. Them. Repeat it. You're on the ball. Last one. Cute. Cute. You say it. Last sound is T. You're really cute when you work hard. Okay, let's keep going. On to segmenting syllables. So in one of our activities, we took syllable, blended it, put it together. Now we're going to be thinking about in a word, what syllables we hear, okay? So in this activity, I'm going to say the whole word, and then we're going to pull out the 2 chunks of sound, the syllables, the parts. This is a little more difficult than the blending, in my opinion, because you've really got to listen to those chunks. Start of a chunk, stop of a chunk, start of a chunk, stop of a chunk. Let's go in a whole word. So our word is insect. In the word insect, what do we hear? What are our syllables? In and sect. So let's do that together. Insect, insect. Okay, now we're going to get a little bit more challenging. So I'll say the whole word, you repeat it, and then see if you at home can pull out those 2 syllables. I'll confirm. Pencil. Now you say pencil. Pull out the syllables. Yeah. I heard in pencil, pencil. Is that what you heard? Great. Let's do another one. Here's a whole word. Garbage. You say garbage. Now see if you can pull out the 2 syllables. Great. I heard in garbage, garbage. What did you hear? Good job. And then we've got 2 more to go. The next one is over. Repeat, over. Now what's the first syllable? Second syllable. Yeah, it's okay to try it on your own. Even if you don't get the 2 syllables, practice is helping you listen, hear, and tune up. So we had over. First syllable was O. Second syllable was ver. How'd you do? Hey, I'm glad you're trying. Next and last word, princess. All right, see if you can say princess and see if you can pull out the 2 syllables. So princess. Did you hear prin and cess? Excellent work. Okay, we are going to be adding a syllable. So in this activity, we're going to be thinking about a word. We're going to add a syllable. We're going to collect together those 2 parts to create a new word. So here's how this activity will go. I'll say the word, you repeat. I'll add the syllable, right? And then you add it, and then we'll clap it together to form a new word. We've got this. All right, here we go. Sad, you do that. And then Lee is our syllable. So sad and then Lee. All right, let's put it together. Clap our first word. Sadly. Great. Let's do another one. Wild. Your turn. Lee. So wild and Lee. Put it together with me. Wildly. This is wildly entertaining. All right, next one. Most. You do it. And then Lee. You do that one. So most and Lee. Let's put it together. And we have mostly. Loud. Your turn. Lee. So loud plus Lee. Loudly. We have one more to go. Part. Lee. Put it together with me. Partly. It's partly cloudy, but we're feeling sunny inside. All right, good job. That was fun. Okay, this activity, we added a syllable. You know what time it is? Subtraction. I love this one. So we're going to be thinking about the whole word and what we just did, where we did the word like sad and Lee and put it together. We're going to be breaking those words apart. So we'll have the whole word and minus the syllable, what's left. You got this. Here we go. I'll say the word. You repeat, and then we'll subtract together. Here we go. Sadly minus Lee. Shout out what's left. Sad. Excellent. Here we go. Wildly. You do it. Minus Lee. Subtract it out with me. What's left? Wild. Here we go. Number 3. Mostly. You do it. Minus Lee. Subtract with me. What's left? Most. Good job. All right. Dear. Minus Lee. What's left? Dear. Good. And then our final one. Partly. Minus Lee. What's left? Part. You are awesome. Okay. Let's get on to the alphabet. You know that it is foundational and something that, we can celebrate. Hey, just think about how many words, how many sounds, how many activities are built on the alphabet. And I know
that was easy.
It's going to be easy. I found my easy button. It's a little scraggly, but it's fun. All right, let's do, the other day we did whisper. Maybe we could do, we're not doing shouting. Maybe we could do a singing song. La, la, la. No, just say it. Okay, we can just say it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, easy button's in the way, beep, V, W, X, Y, Z. You were able to say your ABCs. I'm really glad that you helped me. Now we're seeing 2 alphabet letters with each as we go from left to right. We're thinking about uppercase and we're thinking about lowercase. And we've talked about this before. So this week, if you want to do some practicing with your alphabet letters, that would be great. You can find some alphabet cards. You can mix them up on a pile, flip them over, and put them in order from A to Z. You can practice writing. You can do it with a pencil and paper. You can do it on a whiteboard like I did. You can do it on a computer screen. Just practice those letters. We're thinking about the difference in size too. Some alphabet letters, the lowercase letters, are small. These are letters that are small in size. They're smaller than their uppercase friends, I guess you would say. They're small. I call them letters that are small. Okay, I'm circling all the small letters. Letters that are small, lowercase. This helps me when I'm thinking about the size of letters if I put a little, reminder to it. This is what you could practice, that X and that Z. Those are all letters that are small. But there are other lowercase letters. They're the letters that are tall. So if you think about small and tall, as you're thinking about writing, I'm going to put a check mark by all the tall alphabet letters. Lowercase b, lowercase d, lowercase f, lowercase h. Have you ever thought about it in this way? It sure does help me. And when I was working with my first graders, that's how I taught it. We worked on letters that were small, letters that were tall, and letters that fall. That's coming. Here's a tall one. Here's a tall one. And I think that's all of our tall lowercase letters. The final lowercase letters, and this is the way I would teach it when I was teaching how to print and write the letters correctly on line paper. The final group is letters, lowercase letters that fall. In other words, if this is the line on paper, these letters start where all lowercase letters start, but then they fall below the line. Those seem to be the most difficult for students they wanted to put everything in that little space. They didn't want to drop below that red line on the paper. This is a letter that falls. Let's put a smiley. A falling letter. J is a falling letter. Can you spy another one before I get to it? P is a letter that falls. Q is a letter that falls. So if this was the writing line, you see how it falls. Letters that fall. Let's see. And Y is a letter that falls. So practice those alphabet letters in a different way this week. Sharpen up those skills and practice writing your lowercase letters. Small, tall, fall. Okay, our final activity of the week is our nursery rhyme. It's Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had that little lamb. So we're thinking about nursery rhymes and how they flow, and we're identifying words that rhyme. And once you do a nursery rhyme and you hear it over and over, I'm really older than I was when I was a little girl, obviously. But when I was little, my dad would read the nursery rhymes to me. And then as I grew up, I could still remember them. And now I teach them to my grandson. So they can stick with you, and they do help with the flow. Believe it or not, even if you want to be a singer and a songwriter, rhymes and nursery rhymes will help you get there. So let's do Mary Had a Little Lamb one time together. And then I'm going to leave out some words. See if you can fill in the missing blanks. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Now this time I'm going to say it. I'm going to put a blank. You fill in the missing blank. Mary had a little blank. Its fleece was white as blank. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to blank. Were you able to fill in the blanks? So Mary had a little blank. What did she have? A little lamb. And this is a good comprehension activity. What are you hearing? What are you remembering? And what can you repeat? That's thinking about what you're hearing. That helps your comprehension. You're tuning in. Comprehension means I hear, I understand, and I can tell you what I know. Excellent. Its fleece was white as blank. Snow. You got that one. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Good job. Now, our final thing with Mary Had a Little Lamb. What 2 words rhyme? Only 2 in this nursery rhyme. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Snow, go. Snow, go. They both say, oh. That's the rhyme. And the funny thing about snow and go, the vowel or middle sound is also the last sound. Some rhyming words are like that. Hey, great job working through Friday. All right, we will continue with lesson 10 soon and very soon. So be watching out for it. And as always, keep working on rhyming. Keep working on your alphabet skills. Yes, it's important. Keep reading and enjoying stories. And hey, as you're driving around or watching TV or maybe even watching a story on YouTube for kids, think about what you're hearing. See if you can identify sounds, rhymes, and word parts, syllables. All right, until our next time together, as always, have a great one, and I'll see you real soon. Thanks for joining.